BSG Annual 2022 with a very old game, I want to say. Like, if anybody of you knows this game, Dizzy, or Magic Land Dizzy, before watching this run, well, I guess you outed yourself as old. And if you want to clarify that you aren't, go ahead and, donate some money so I can read that out and make sure that you're actually a young person. Anyway, we got David and Goliath running the game over here, so take it away.
Thank you very much. Hello there, folks. Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is TinyTim78. I'm going to be running Magic Land Dizzy. I have the fantastic MeSeldWD with me, who is going to be giving me a little bit of moral support and just his thoughts.
For sure.
And as we said, we've just discussed it, this game is actually younger than myself, obviously, but also younger than Mies as well. So that means, Ashman, we're both old.
We're both old.
Well, I mean, that makes three of us, I guess. So, we are all in good company at this hour.
Right. Okay, so we're going to get started. So time will start. I'll count down 3, 2, 1. Should be about roughly 20 minutes or so, and I will go through and just explain what we're going to do. So, I'll be ready. Here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, so this is Magic Land Dizzy for the ZX Spectrum, released in 1992. It is a 2D, as you can see, platform game. Very, very similar. It's game 4 in the Dizzy series out of 8 titles, the latest of which actually came out in 2020. The original game came out in 1987, and this one came out in 2020. And yeah, it's a fun little game. Do you remember games of this era?
Wow! If I think about these games, I think about Commander Keen.
Yes.
You know, those 2D platform. You can jump. You have the pogo stick, right?
Yes.
Very cool games. I think this was one of my first games on the Pentium 365.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Pentium 1. Yeah.
Well, Commander Keen, actually, if I'm right in my, because I've actually done a little bit of practice on Commander Keen. I'm not actually running it technically, but I did start learning it. It actually came out before this did.
No way.
This particular game, yeah, it came out in 91, I think.
91.
Yep.
Okay.
So it came out earlier than this.
Nice.
But this is, as I say, this is game 4 in the series. And the objective here, Dizzy and his friends have been cast under a nasty spell by the evil wizard Zax that has sent them into the land of personality. And what I've got to do is I've got to rescue all of the Yoke folk, which is Dizzy's friends and family, from the various nasty spells that they've been put under. And I do this in the standard 8-bit platforming way of picking items up, putting items down, combining items and various things. We're going to drop a cat there. We'll come back for the cat shortly. Now, there's a couple of things to note with this game, first of all. This is Dylan, who's all bushed up at the moment. He's all tied up. Now, you won't be seeing the dialogue, unfortunately, because this is a speedrun and we like to go fast. But some of the dialogue in this game is pretty clever. It's quite amusing. Dylan's comment especially is particularly amusing. But we don't have time for that, unfortunately. We're just going to go fast here. So.
You need to collect certain items for certain passages, or?
Yeah, pretty much. The progress, actual physical progress, is blocked by certain things, and then the major items are required to free the various people. There's Dozy, who's having a bit of a sleep, and he is literally stone cold. And when you speak to him, it basically says Dozy's out cold, even by his standards. So it talks about how the spell has affected all of the Yoke folk. But it's quite interesting because we rescue 2 of them at the beginning of the run, and then the other 4 pretty much right together in the sort of 2/3 of the way through. You'll notice these little yellow gems there, these diamonds that we've been passing. I've been deliberately leaving these because we need 30 of these at the end of the game to actually escape, to get us home. But the reason I haven't been picking them up at the moment is because if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see the number 5. That's the number of diamonds I've got at the moment. And you'll also see next to it 3 little eggs. And that is my lives, because Dizzy is indeed an egg.
Okay.
And this is a limited life game, as it generally was in the 1990s. So if I die 3 times, that's it. Game over, run over, rip. So that's not going to happen, I hope.
No, you don't want that.
No, we don't want that. So we're gonna try to avoid that scenario.
Okay.
But in the meantime, what I'm going to do here now is I've gone up and I've picked up the power pill and we're going to be using that. Next to the eggs is a little sort of health bar, and anytime Dizzy touches an enemy, he'll lose a bit of health. But one of the reasons I'm leaving the gems is because every time I pick up a gem, I get some health back. So that is deliberately rooted in to make sure that I can have enough health when I need it. So I'm using a handle to wind up the well here, picking up the bucket, dropping the duster, and I'm doing this specifically to line things up for later on. There's Dylan feeling a bit bushy still. We'll come back to him later on. Okay, now we've got to remember the cat. When I've been doing this run recently, I've been forgetting the cat, and it's a pain. If I forget the cat, it's bad. The poor neglected cat. We can't do that. So, and a bit of ghost busting here in true Pac-Man fashion. We get to bust those ghosts using the power pill. We have our friendly witch here, as you do. We're just going to go past her, and we're going to run over here. A few mosquitoes. And we're heading up to the volcano here. Now, we won't see it till later on, but I don't like the volcano. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the volcano. I love to hate it, because it really is probably the hardest part of the run, and we'll see it at the end. And we'll talk about it a bit more at the end.
Okay.
But any questions so far, Mies? What do you think? Oh, I nearly forgot the cat. Look at that.
Almost forgot the cat.
Almost forgot the cat. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I'm always forgetting the foxy cat. There we go. We got it now. Cat is safely returned,
okay.
so we're good. And I'll shut up and let you talk.
Let me talk. Okay. Talk about the run in general. You know, if you take an average speedrun or just a general game, you have glitches, you have shortcuts, you have things to make it easier, make it faster. Does this game has that also?
Good question. Good question. There are no glitches per se, I would say. Oh dear, that's very close. There are no glitches per se. There are a couple of little tricks, and we've actually seen a couple of them already, but they're basically invisible unless you sort of know about them. We do have a couple of text box skips that we're going to do. So basically, whenever you speak to one of the characters, you generally get some dialogue. And there is 2 instances in the game where if I position myself correctly, I can skip that dialogue. One is fairly soon, and one's sort of a little bit later on. I'll point them out when I get to them, but my only worry with this one is forgetting something. Now, that troll, I hit the goat earlier on with the stick, and I came off the screen before the animation finished. So it didn't finish until I came back into the screen there, so that's why that happened. There's Denzel. He's frozen solid. He's also going to be the first yoke folk we rescue, so we're going to chill him out with a little bit of bucket of hot water. There he goes. So that's one down. Okay, so he's rescued. We're now going to follow that up almost immediately with the second one. We're coming down here now into the wizard's evil palace, and down here is the crypt, and this little lady on the right here is a vampire, and I'm holding a golden cross, so she'll stay out of my way for now.
Nice.
I've also got to come over here and pick up this torch, and this torch has opened that door at the bottom right. And in here, we're going to see Daisy. Now, Daisy is Dizzy's girlfriend, and unfortunately, she's put on a bit of weight. Like, a lot. And we've got to use the Drink Me potion in true Alice in Wonderland fashion to put her right. But what I find really funny about this game is there is a red herring item, the Eat Me cake. And if you hand Daisy the Eat Me cake, it has the desired effect and super enlarges an already large Daisy, and she squashes Dizzy to death against the walls of the room. Which is incredibly amusing, but yeah, we can't really do that.
You do know what they say about cake, right? The cake is a lie.
Indeed, the cake is a lie, yes. We have been told that. But yes.
So are you saying this is a prequel to Portal?
It probably is.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. Right, picking up the personal stereo. If you need to read anything, Aishma, just let me know. Picking up a personal stereo there that Denzel dropped when you freed him. And we're now going to go all the way along here. And again, I'm leaving some of these gems. You may be thinking, well, why are you wandering past these gems? Well, I'm leaving them deliberately.
And the notes, I've seen some notes in the air.
Yes, the notes are because I'm wearing the personal stereo.
Oh, the personal stereo.
Personal stereo, yeah. And the personal stereo is busy playing music.
Oh, nice.
So it's little notes come out of Dizzy when I'm carrying it.
I just seen them. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's because I'm carrying the personal stereo.
Nice.
When I swap it for another musical item shortly, I'll get the notes again.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a musical item. It's a nice little touch. Right, I'm heading up the top now. This is the last time I'm going to go up to this tower. And I've actually run this game before at BSG. I ran it on one of the online events. And the route I'm using today is completely different from the last time I ran it, and it's gone from about 35 minutes roughly to about 20 minutes.
Wow, it's very optimized.
Yeah, it's a lot more optimized. I'm also third on the leaderboard for this game at the
Very
moment.
nice.
I'm only maybe less than a minute behind the world record, but I'm not really grinding for it. I play and speedrun for fun. And to me, that's the most important thing. And I play these games because I enjoy playing them. And if other people enjoy them watching them, then that's great as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, so what's going to happen here? I'm picking up that duster. Dizzy can only carry 3 items at a time. And because I picked that item up there, it dropped the oldest item on my list, which was the cross, which I'm actually finished with anyway. So we route the game for that to happen, basically. Now, we've got a bit of wanton vandalism here. Dizzy is known for vandalism. I've ripped up a railing, and behind the railing is a diamond. The diamonds are actually quite well hidden in some places. You need to know where they all are. So I've ripped up a railing to get the diamond. And now up here, I'm going to do a little... This isn't really a trick, but it's more of a little sort of glitch thing. And I'm going to pick up that diamond. I'm going to give this bard the personal stereo. He says, Eureka, rock and roll. And gives me his magical panpipes. And now I'm going to use a little dismount there, just to drop back down here.
Nice.
And now what we're going to do, we're going to pick up the torch. Again, that drops the lightning conductor. We pick up the apple, that drops the duster, setting those up for freeing Dozy later on. So it's all routed in a very specific manner. Now, we're about to embark on freeing 4 of the remaining 4 yoke folk, pretty much one after the other here. So we're making our way back. I've got to do the shark jump, and this shark jump is a bit of a pain. I mean, I've fallen in this water quite a few times. Thankfully not there.
You're good.
Thankfully not there, but right, so we're on to the next bit now. And this is quite a bit of clever tech, because what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pick up that leaf, and again, it's going to drop the oldest item, which is the panpipes. And they're in a very close position next to Dylan there, which we'll see in a second, because that allows us to basically combine some actions together. Obviously, we're looking to try and go as fast as possible. So we're looking to try and... Oh, we've got a donation there, I think.
There we go.
Yeah, would you like to go ahead with that donation?
Absolutely. I actually have 2 things to say. The first thing is, I absolutely love the fact that the screen with the sleeping guy is called Sleeping Hollow. That's just on point right there. And then we have a $10 donation by Anonymous saying, Tiny Tim, your commentary has always been wonderful. Keep up the good work. And I couldn't agree more.
Thank you so much indeed,
Amen
Anonymous.
to that.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much indeed. I always appreciate it whenever I get people donating, because it's an honour. It really, really is. Right, we're going to free Dylan by giving him the weed killer, and we're also picking up the panpipes at the same time. So that's why we positioned them together there. We're now going to go down the well, and we're going to commit a bit of rodent side here, unfortunately. We're going to use the magic panpipes on this rodent. And poor old rodent is going to go and drown itself in the well.
Oh, poor rodent.
Yeah, which is a shame. Poor rodent. Bye-bye.
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 Sleep well.
Yeah, there it goes. It's going to drown. We can't go down there, because if we do, we'll drown. So, bye-bye, rodent. Right, okay. Anyway, we're now going to pick up the sticky stuff. We're going to go over here, and we're going to grab another gem. We're going to do a little bit of item work here. That's a magic lamp. We're going to pick up... we're picking up the frog. I didn't mention the frog. The frog is Dora. She's actually been turned into a frog. She's feeling froggy.
Okay.
So we're about to free her by giving her to the prince, as you do. And I missed that slightly. There we go. And that's Dora freed. So we've only got 2 left. We've got Dozy and we've got Grand Dizzy. This jump can be a bit tricky. There we go. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to pull the sword out the stone here. And the only reason we can do that is we've got the sticky stuff, so it sticks to our glove as we pull it out. And there's Dozy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drop the magic lamp. We're going to rub it with a duster. That's going to summon the genie, and the lightning is going to go on that lightning rod. But we've moved out the screen before it can finish. So Dozy is still not rescued yet. He will be when we come back to that screen. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to the palace, and we're going to rescue Grand Dizzy first. And then get Dozy on the way back, because we've got to go back that way anyway.
So Tim, I have a question for you.
Of course, go ahead.
If you were to play this the first time casually, how long would it take you to figure all this out?
Good question.
Long.
Probably. I never finished... Well, I did finish it as a kid, but it's one of the few I finished as a kid, actually. But it takes a while, yes. A couple of hours, probably, casually the first time, maybe. As I say, the run now is down to about 20 minutes. So, yeah, probably a couple of hours. If you know what you're doing, probably under an hour, but... Right, that was a bit of a pain. I took a bit of a hit there from that. Now, in here, the controls are reversed, by the way.
Yeah, I thought you were moonwalking there.
Yeah, we're in the magic mirror, so the controls were reversed.
Oh, okay.
So that was part of the spell. But I've just rescued Grand Dizzy. And now what I've got to do is I've got to go and rescue Dozy, and I can do that automatically now by just walking into the room. And then there'll be another bit of dialogue, which is basically Zach's throwing a fit because we've rescued everybody. And what we've got to do now is go and get an item for dealing with a wizard. So that's the next step. However, we're approaching the end game here now. That's Dozy getting freed. And what he says is, yikes, that was such a shock. I need to go back to sleep. So, yeah, there we go. I'll be doing a Dozy after this run. I'll be going to sleep. So, but anyway, let's finish this off. So we're on to the most difficult part of the run, which is the run back to the final screen on the right here. And we've got to go to a certain place. And to get there, we have to go over the volcano. I mentioned the volcano earlier on. The volcano is my nemesis in this game. It is very, very unpleasant because it is entirely RNG.
Okay.
And it is Dizzy versus the volcano. And it absolutely is. We have 3 encounters with the volcano. And unfortunately, the run will lose or die on the volcano generally in terms of time. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go a bit slower just to make sure that I don't screw it up. Because if I'm going full tilt, I have a nasty tendency of throwing myself in the volcano and ending up with a boiled egg. So we don't really want that. So I would prefer to take a little bit more time with it and just get through it. You may think, looking at this, thinking, oh, that game's easy. And realistically, I suppose, yes, it is. But doing it fast is another matter. Yeah. And it is definitely tricky. Now, let's have a look at the volcano. That's perfect RNG for the volcano. So I will go there. There we go. Just made it.
First try.
That's good. Yeah, very happy with that. Thank you. Yeah, that's very lucky with that to get volcano RNG. Right, okay, let's keep going now. We've got to do a bit more vandalism. So we're in hell now. We're in Hades.
Oh.
There's the devil down there. And what we're going to do is we're going to rip up part of his railings and grab a gem that was hiding in there. We're now going to go down and speak to the devil, and he is going to give us the Wizard Slayer Trident that we need to deal with a wizard. So there we go. There's one Wizard Slayer Trident. We're going to drop the duster there. Don't need that anymore. That was lovely, getting up there. Right, okay, so this is now round 2 against the volcano. We've got to go back to it again. This one generally isn't too bad. This is probably easier than going the other way, but sometimes it can still be a pain. That would actually do. Yep, that'll do perfectly. There we go. Look at that.
Very nice.
Oh, 2 for 2 volcano. Very, very good. Right, okay, let's keep going. This is actually shaping up quite nicely now, so I hope I don't screw it up. Right, let's keep going. That was very, very solid indeed. Right, so we're finished with that witch as well now. Now, what I have to do here is make sure I grab enough gems to make sure I've got full health when going in to face the wizard, because if I don't, then the wizard will kill me. So I've got to make sure I'm actually on full health going into the wizard. So it is important that I pick up some of these gems. I'm going to leave that one because I can get another one further along, I think. But I know what gem count I should be on once I've killed the wizard, so we'll see. Now, this is the shark. This needs to behave itself. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, that's looking good. The fact I haven't died yet is excellent because it gives us a little bit more insurance for the last part of the game, because the last room is the most difficult part of the game. And I lost a PB the other week, literally on the last room.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely... Oh, that's going to be tight. There we go. Got it. Good. Yeah, happy with that. That one's quite tough. Right, okay. So we're into the wizard. We're wizard killing time. I'm going to stab the wizard, because that's as you do. I'm leaving that gem because I'll need it on the way back. I've got enough health at the moment. So this is looking pretty solid at the moment. Let's see if we can get the wizard done without any problems. And then it's the final round against the volcano that's going to be the thing. So what do you think of this game then, Mies?
It's fast. I'm still like, my memory is still like, okay, what are you doing there? Are we gonna there? The jumping is also very precisely and timed, you know?
Yeah, there we go. I've killed the wizard. And
wow.
I've got to grab his ring. And now what we have to do, the final thing, there's 2 things we need to do. We need to do a Lord of the Rings and throw the ring in the volcano to kill the wizard.
Cool.
And we then need to get 30 gems and give them to the devil so he can get us home.
Wait. Are you actually playing as Frodo now?
I don't think I'm Frodo. I don't think Frodo is quite as round.
I mean, it looks like you're pretty far away from the Shire, you
Yeah, I
know,
think you're quite
riding the
round.
shark across this pool that is like 2 centimeters high or something.
Yeah, I don't think Frodo was quite as round, and he didn't wear boxing gloves. But yeah. But no, so I'm on 27 gems. I know that I'm on gem count because I've got 1 left. I deliberately left over, and I've got 2 in the volcano that I haven't picked up yet. But the volcano, the final room, is nasty, so I need to make sure that I don't screw that up. So we've got a few little pitfalls on the way back here, but this is heading towards the end of the run now. So I'll give you a shout when time is. Time is when it basically says congratulations, but I'll give you a shout when that happens. A few minutes off that, yeah. Because we've still got to get the remaining gems. We've got to get over the volcano in one piece, and we've still got to throw the. I made a mistake there because I have to go and grab that gem. That's fine. That's no bother. Right. So there we go. 28 gems. We're full for gems. We've got everything we need. We've now got to go and drop the ring in the volcano. That is the key thing. Easier said than done, as you'll see when we get to it. Probably definitely the hardest room in the game, and
Okay.
it is right at the very end. So you do a whole run, and you can lose it literally right at the very end, because again, this game doesn't have any retries, any continues. It's 3 lives and you're out. So
It's not RNG based.
No.
No.
Right. Okay. That wasn't. Oh, that was great. That was really good. That was not perfect, but pretty close for the volcano.
Very nice.
That's very similar to the run I had the other week. So let's just see that I don't throw it away like I did that run. Right, here we go. This is the final bit. We're going to go in here. This is the second last gem we need. I'm then going to do these 2 very, very tricky jumps. That's the first one. That's the second one. Okay, We're now going to go back over this way. We're going to put the ring in the volcano. There we go. Time is coming up. Time is coming up when I speak to the devil, and you see the congratulations, and time. Woo! Whoa, that was a good run.
That was a fast run.
That was a fast run.
Holy moly.
I don't know where that stood, but that was pretty quick.
2028.
2028. I think that is literally seconds off from PB. In fact, it might actually be under PB.
Very nice.
I'm not entirely sure. I thought my PB was 2050, but we'll see. I need to look it up. But there we go. Can't complain.
Very nice run, Tim.
Thank you very much,
nice.
my friend. Thank you very much. Just very quick shout-outs. Thank you, BSG, for letting me run this game. Very short notice, but it was amazing. It's always an honour and a privilege. I will be back later on in the week. I've got another run on Friday, Lotus the Speed Turbo Challenge. Another one for the oldies. So, yeah, please feel free to tune in for that. If you do enjoyed what I do, please feel free to follow me on twitch.tv/TinyTim78. I speedrun all sorts of 8-bit, 60-bit games. I do a lot of casual plays, all sorts of stuff. So it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much indeed again. Thank you, Mies. Absolutely amazing,
You're
my
welcome.
friend.
You're
You are
welcome.
a gentleman. Absolutely brilliant. And Aishma, thank you again. And yeah, I will go away and do a dozy and go to bed. And thank you so much. And cheerio for now. Cheers.
All right, Tim, thank you so much for that run. And we actually made sure over here that, yes, you've just PB'd by about 12 seconds.
Oh, yes! I did not expect that. I did not expect that. 2 o'clock in the morning. Excellent. Love it.
Also,
Thank you so
just to
much.
make sure what we just witnessed here, we established that this is actually a prequel to Portal, and since Dizzy is actually Frodo, that means if Gollum hadn't found the ring for a couple thousand years, somebody else could have used a portal gun to drop the ring into Mount Doom.
Wow. Right.
Very nice.
And while we all, try to come to terms with this mental acrobatics, let's go to a little break while we set up for the next run, which will be a hardcore uprising
Amazing.
run by the only Joey. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.